Hi, I'm Jim Brickell from Headlearn Ford Lincoln in St. Catharines, Ontario, and this is the 2026 Ford F-150 STX. Here we have the 2026 Ford F-150 STX with the 200A package. It comes with the fog lamps. This has the black appearance package, so you get the black wheels. It has the 6-inch running boards. And at the back of the vehicle, it does have the reverse park sensors. One of the things you'll notice about the STX, it does not have a power seat, it uses a key, and the shifter is up on the column. Let's see the cluster. So this is what we call the comm screen. On the right hand side of the steering wheel, you have a few more choices as to what you can do. So when you hit menu, you have my view, trip fuel, gauges, off-road, and as you go down, it then goes to towing, status information, phone and audio, vehicle maintenance, settings, and back to the top. So with my view, if we hit OK, we are now showing the comm screen. As we hit the down arrow, it brings up trip number 1. It brought back the tachometer and it changed the position of the speedometer. Now we've got fuel economy. Because this vehicle has hardly been driven, current fuel economy looks pretty bad. As you drive, it will reflect how you're actually going. You can check your tire pressure, the measurements for engine coolant, transmission temp, engine oil temperature, and battery voltage. And then configure my view. So when we hit the OK, we can add or remove screens. So those screens that we just cycled through, those are the ones in the current choices. So that was driver assistance, comm view, trip 1, we could add trip 2. There's your fuel economy, tire pressure, measurements. If you would prefer, you can have off-road status, pitch and roll, trailer information, and trailer light status. So we've selected the ones, we go back to the beginning, back to driver assistance, and to the comm view. So in comm view, we have our distance to empty, we have the speedometer, the NE in the bottom there is saying we're pointed northeast, which we're not at the moment. That will recalibrate as soon as I start driving. And the 27.9 is the odometer. Now, on the left-hand side of the steering wheel, we have our cruise control, and we also have the lane keeping system. When you hit that one, lane keeping system is on, and it's indicated down here with the symbol of a vehicle between two dotted lines. You can increase the volume of the stereo, you can decrease the volume of the stereo, and you can use your voice control. Voice can change the temperature, voice can change the radio station, voice can make a call. On the driver door, we have our power locks, our power outside mirrors, and our power windows. We have the lights in the automatic headlamp position. These plus and minus are for bright and dim of the panel, and the pull on for the parking brake. Coming to the other side, we have our big screen. Let's take a look at what we can adjust there. So now that we're in the center screen, we have audio, then comes phone, then comes your favorites. You can select a tile to save as your favorites, so whether it be your phone list, recent calls, messaging, email, etc. Apps. The vehicle is compatible with Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Stingray Karaoke, YouTube, and mobile apps. Settings. Let's get the vehicle set up the way you want to use it. So we're going to start with the display. Display can be off. You can have a calm screen and pretty much shuts off the screen. You get the date, the time, and that's about it. Touch it again, it brings it right back. Brightness, obviously self-explanatory, and mode, you've got day and night. So just to show you the difference, at nighttime the screen goes dark and it becomes easier to see at nighttime. We'll put it back to automatic, it's daytime, so the screen goes light again. That was, and you also have display off completely. Touch the screen, once again it comes back. Now we've got our vehicle section. So all of these, you're pretty much just going to have to set up once when you get the vehicle, and it'll be there for how you want to use it. Rear occupant alert. So when you shut off the engine, it's going to tell you to check for rear seat occupants. If you do not have any little ones who might be in the back, no pets, nothing that you're ever going to forget about in the back of a vehicle, you can simply mark this one as off. You'll receive a reminder twice a year to check if you want to turn that back on. Onboard modem serial number, remote start setup. Remote start is through the Ford app. So we have enabled it. Climate control is set for automatic, so it's hot out, the cooling comes on, it's cool out, the warm comes on. And duration, when you use remote start, how long do you want the engine to run? 5 minutes, 10, or 15. We go back, and now we come to wipers. So this vehicle has a courtesy wipe option. When you squirt the front windshield, the wipers will go. The courtesy would be a few seconds later. They would go again for any residual fluid. Then we have lighting. This vehicle is equipped with an automatic high beam system. When you're driving at night, the high beams will come on if there's no other cars on the road. If another vehicle is detected, it'll switch back to regular lighting right away. Auto lamp delay. We saw earlier that the vehicle is equipped with the automatic headlamps. So when it gets dark, the headlamps come on. When you shut off the engine, how long do you want the lights to stay on? Maybe give yourself 20 seconds to get out of the driveway and into the house. Maybe you need a little bit longer. Maybe you want them to go off immediately. If you want them off right away, you want 10 seconds, 20 seconds. The choice is up to you. You can even go up to 2 minutes. Then we have our locks. Auto unlock, mislock chirp, switch inhibit, audible feedback, and remote door unlock. So when you unlock the vehicle, right now it's set for just the driver door to unlock. You could set it whereby all the doors unlock together. And that was your vehicle settings. After the vehicle, we'll check something in clock. So we've got AM, PM, or you can set it up with the 24-hour military clock. The automatic time update. So daylight savings time, you don't have to worry, how do I change it? The clock is set up to go automatically. General. Once again, this is go through it once, get it set up the way you want to use the vehicle. You have a choice of English, Spanish, and French. Temperature can be in Celsius or Fahrenheit, whichever you choose. Measurement unit. Miles and miles per gallon, kilometers and liters per 100 kilometers, kilometers and kilometers per liter. Tire pressure. Once again, you can choose your units. Touch screen beep. Every time I've touched the screen, it's made a beep. If I didn't want it to, I can shut that off. About your sync system, software licensing, and then we have a reset. The reset is when you trade in the vehicle. When you sell it, you can wipe out all your personal information. So paired phones, your Ford app, all of those sort of things can be wiped out. Connectivity. Connected vehicle features, Bluetooth, wireless app projection, and Wi-Fi. The vehicle is capable of over-the-air updates, so you would want to connect to your home Wi-Fi when you get the vehicle home. Connected vehicle features, if we hit the I for more information, control the connectivity and privacy settings for connected vehicle features. You can set the vehicle up as a Wi-Fi hotspot. Mobile apps, software updates that I was just mentioning can be done, and you can set them up for automatic updates. But you need to set a recurring schedule. When do you want the truck to look for possible updates? Could that be any day at 1 o'clock in the morning? Perhaps just Monday through Thursday at 1 o'clock in the morning, or perhaps you would like to set up a custom schedule that works best for you. And then update details. When there has been an update, you can get the details on what was updated. Ford Assistant. Earlier I mentioned there's a button on the steering wheel that you can use for voice control and making calls, climate, and whatnot. If you don't want to push the button, you can set it up to listen for a wake word. And then pick your preferred wake word. That's the most common one, but you can choose any of those. Don't want to listen for a wake word, you can shut that back off. Phone confirmation, voice command lists, and voice command help. See examples of what voice commands you can use with different features. So, when it comes to, you can say things like source to USB, listen to, play song, play, listen. So all of those are available under the media help. Phone can be that one, call, text. And then you've got the Sirius XM, you've got your regular radio. So you would give the band and the station that you want. So it's really pretty user-friendly and the things that you can say. Next we have features. Driver assistance, zone lighting, towing, owner's manual. That's right, your owner's manual is now digital. It's built right into the vehicle, and once it finishes loading, you can access and ask any questions, find what you're looking for. Driver assistance. Auto hold. When activated, put your foot on the brake, the vehicle comes to a stop. It'll hold the brakes, even if you lift your foot off, until you touch the accelerator pedal. Lane keeping system that we turned on earlier. This is what it's going to do when you're drifting out of your lane. Alert and aid are the two choices. An alert would be a vibration in the steering wheel. An aid would help steer the vehicle back into your lane, and of course alert and aid will do both. Pre-collision assist. The pre-collision assist includes automatic emergency braking. If the truck sees something that you didn't, it can stop the vehicle on its own and hopefully prevent an accident. Evasive steering assist, it can help you get around things in an emergency situation. Exit warning, Can give you a warning if you're trying to exit the vehicle that a vehicle is coming and might not be safe to get out. Rear view camera delay. When the vehicle is in reverse, the rear view camera is on. When you're in drive, why do you still need to see what's behind you? Blind spot information. Most vehicles have that now. It's where it lights up yellow in the outside mirrors if someone is in your blind spot, so you're not trying to switch lanes at that particular time. Your park aid sensors. Rear sensors are on and allows you to disable the sensors for rear park aid. The sensors stay off until you turn them back on. If you were towing a trailer, there better be something right behind you, and you wouldn't want the park aid sensors going off all the time just because you're in reverse. Cross traffic alert. Backing out of a parking spot, the truck's looking sideways and lets you know if a vehicle is approaching from either direction. Reverse brake assist. The vehicle can stop itself while going in reverse if it detects something that you might not have seen. And driver alert. Notifies you if the vehicle detects that you are inattentive. So, if you don't like the vehicle judging whether you're paying attention or not, that can be shut off. But it is a safety feature, and if you're not paying attention, it would be a good idea for the rest of us if someone let you know. So that was your driver assistance and your owner's manual. You can record feedback. There's some towing information. Over on this section, you can choose what information is displayed there. So you can have zone lighting, you can check out your eco behavior, look at that acceleration, deceleration, and speed all at 100%. So that's going to maximize fuel economy when you're performing like that. Average fuel economy, as mentioned earlier, there's only 27 kilometers on the vehicle, and I've been talking for several minutes, so it's not gone anywhere. Once you start driving on a regular basis, you will see proper numbers for that. There's your trip 1, no paired phones, and your audio is off. Our lower controls include the drive modes, your fan, volume for the stereo, displaying the rear camera, your four-way flashers, traction control off, tune switch, tune dial for the radio, seeking on the radio, and your climate. So the fan off, where the air is flowing, if it's recirculating, the air conditioning, and then the temperature, red and blue for warmer and colder. Well, that's a quick orientation of your new vehicle. I hope you enjoy it. I'm Jim Brickell at Ed Learn Ford Lincoln.